Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for January 21st, 2016. For your Thursday, we're going to have mostly sunny skies across the entire region, followed up by a mostly clear night tonight, and we'll have temperatures that are going to be near normal for this time of year for January 21st. So whatever your normal highs and lows are for this time of year, you can expect that today. Where all eyes, of course, are going to be on the system coming in from the Gulf here, from the southern United States. This is going to track from North Carolina, eventually jump a low from Tennessee into South Carolina and ride it right up the coast here, right along from the South Carolina coast, right up the eastern seaboard. Question is still how close as it gets to the coast here, and how far north the precipitation shield goes within our coverage area here. There have been some trends that we saw so far in the overnight guidance time this video was recorded that did give the suggestion that we could have a little bit more of a northwest shift here, especially aloft. It looks like we had some trends aloft that were suggesting that this system will push a little bit further northwest. The NAM showed it tonight, but the GFS had looked like it had some convective feedback issues that prevented that from heading further northwest. But still, we have a solid call on our first call here. We need to make some minor adjustments here if these trends continue. Of course, this all has all the models have data or data rich now. They even had some drops on balloons dropped into the system to get some accurate measurements here. So the National Weather Service is definitely taking this seriously. Going a little bit further here, this is looking at Thursday evening, and of course we're going to have a clear night overnight here. We're going to have an increase in clouds here on Friday. I don't think we get any precipitation here during the day on Friday. We might have some precipitation starting to come in here as we head toward the evening hours here for just our extreme southern areas. This would be from Delaware, maybe extreme southern Pennsylvania, and extreme southern New Jersey here. And whatever green showing here, this is a simulated radar here. Whatever is showing green here in the northern fringe is not green. It is not rain. That would be snow. And this taking us a little bit step forward here. We're going to go through the night here on Friday night. Once you get after midnight, the areas further north will start getting the action, or central areas. And I think once you get even further in the night, actually towards Saturday morning, is when you're going to get up to the northern areas here. It's very slow to move to the northeast here, but once it comes in, you can see it comes in like a wall. By the time we're at Saturday morning, you get snow pretty far north. Now, this is the NAM. This is one of the most aggressive models that ran this evening. I decided to use this because I like the way it looked synoptically. This is what happens when the Northern Stream energy is able to dive into the system and phase in with it, and that's exactly what happened here. So there was no convective feedback on the NAM here today, so I thought I did see that in the GFS that ran this evening, so I chose not to use it. But the NAM is very aggressive with these snowfall totals. I'm not really concerned so much with the snowfall totals. I know it put down some insane amounts of snow across a good portion of our centralized areas anyway. I wouldn't worry about that. I'm just looking at the fact that the NAM came northwest here, and we're seeing that northwest shift now, so we're getting snow a little bit further northwest than we even have it in our map. So we'll have to keep that open for a possibility that this will start shifting a little bit northwest once we get a little bit closer to the event. So that's all I was looking for when I was looking for the NAM here, but this does show a considerable amount of snow. And even the other ones do too, just for a little bit further southeast with that axis, probably more in line with what we have with our first call map. And that would be the GFS and Canadian that I saw this evening. And here's the upper level energy that is going to be sitting over eastern Tennessee. What that's going to end up doing is jumping this low to the coast here. This low is going to come up here to a position like this. And the question is, as this moves eastward, does it meet it right here and capture it? And if it does, if this captures this low right here in this position, like some models like the NAM are showing, you could have an extended period of heavy snow. And as this system was not able to escape. Once it gets captured, it just kind of sits there and spins. That could be just for 6 hours. It could be 9, 12, 15. The longer it sits there, the more snow you get. So, then I think the NAM had this stalling for some 15, maybe even 18 hours, and that's why you had so much snow shown here. So that's going to be what we're going to look to see if this system can get captured, and that is when this upper level low, this is looking at 18,000 feet on this map particularly, this upper level low can capture the surface low and sits right over top of it. If that does end up happening, and we get that capture rate in here, we could have the system stall. So that's another possibility, and we'll just wait to see how that develops here. Not only the model guidance, but when we get in the short term, once these mesoscale models come in better range, we'll get a better idea of what's going to end up happening. But this is what every model is showing the capture, and this particular model is showing a little bit further south. That's another thing. You can't have it capturing down here. You need it captured right about there. And that'll make a big difference on the axis where the heavy snows are. If it's down here, you get that across northern Virginia, Maryland, instead of our coverage area here. So there's a lot of things we have to iron out here over the next couple days here. But right now, obviously, we were comfortable enough to make a first call last night. We're going to be making a second call tonight, and we're going to have a final call the following morning, which will be Friday morning, because we still have time with it not coming in until later at night on Friday night. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and that is your outlook for January 21st, 2016. Have a great Thursday.